It's a it's a good day for survivors, for sexual assault survivors, and all the survivors that spoke today and will again speak tomorrow to Congress. I'm sorry you have to go through this again. By the retelling. But I'm so happy that you're getting the chance to bring it all fucking down. And if you haven't guessed by now, I'm a survivor of assault that actually left me pregnant while I was in a bad relationship. And no justice was ever gotten for me. The person was a respected contractor with a wife and kids for me. And the corrupt Arizona sheriff, Arpaio, making the male prisoners, male inmates wear pink. That guy. Oh, they just kept blowing me off after I subjected me to all the exams and all the interrogations, of which one they did at my place of business. Those of us who've experienced even just your basic assault, which is like ridiculous to even say, but I mean, as opposed to what you girls went through, even at a much younger age than those of us who were young adults when we were assaulted. I was like 21. And what fucked me up was, more than anything, was the reaction of my then boyfriend, who, because I was not all put together from not a great childhood myself, and finding myself in that situation, you kind of takes you a while, because remember, 30, 40 years ago, there isn't the kind of help that is now. There wasn't even internet. You didn't have cell phones. And if your abuser didn't allow you a vehicle and didn't allow phone service in the home, you were cut off. If you lived out in the rural or parts of wherever you are. There was no, in where I was in Arizona at the time, there was no buses, there was nothing, there were taxis there. It wasn't a city. It wasn't the city part. And they weren't that easy to get. And like I said, you didn't have cell phones, so you had to have a landline. Not always easy to find. But so many people were like, even I heard people say they're never going to get it released. So I just want to say to you, survivors that spoke and are going to continue speaking to Congress, I know I know what you're going through and how hard it was and how it rips off the scab all over again. But you're doing well because Nancy Mace practically ran out there with her face completely soaked in red, just shaking her head with her hand holding a tissue over her mouth. And Marjorie is siding with the Democrats. People said that wasn't going to happen. So, you survivors, and I see you men as survivors, and a lot of people don't know there were boys there. They were bisexual pedophiles. There were male names I saw when I saw a list of payouts. Weeks ago, I was making a graphic and I was highlighting the names, the amounts, and the ages of the people. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll do pink because pink will elicit the idea of little girls and it'll make more of an impact. Remind them these are little girls. So I'm looking at the names and highlighting them on the graphic. And I was like, that's a boy's name. And he was 12. So not even little boys were safe from these people. And I just want to say to you survivors who are speaking to Congress, like I said, I know what it takes. But you're breaking open not just a huge, tremendous, massive American scandal, and not just a political, or party scandal. I mean, it includes high influentials from all over the planet, royals from different countries. I mean, it's a high businessman from different continents. It's not. And it was all rooted through this group operating in American and others. And you're not just getting justice for what was done to you personally. You're getting justice for Virginia. And you're making it possible for those scum to be seen by the rest of us for exactly what they are and what they always were. I know it's not easy. And if any of you see this, just know that me and a lot of other survivors of different types of sexual assault are right there cheering you on during these hearings, conference, whatever it is called. We're there with you. We're right behind you, saying, that's our girl. That's our guy, man. You tell them. You fucking tell them what they did. You tell everyone what they fucking did. You tell every name you can remember. Take them down. Take them all down.